All right.
Please be seated.
So you're not matching me.
Good morning. This is the 2 a.m. initial appearance hearing calendar for June 23rd, 2026. The court's orders for taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of the month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. As you just heard in the recording, this is a very specific type of hearing. I will tell you why you are here, if an attorney has been appointed for you, when and where your next court hearings will be. If you are eligible for release, what your release conditions are and any bond amount required. I will not read all the release conditions to each of you. That is your responsibility to review, but I may point out a few depending on your case. All of you do have the 4 main release conditions, which include do not contact the arresting officer, do not have drugs without a valid prescription, do not drive without a valid license, and keep the court updated with your address. You are all here today on criminal matters, which means you do have the right to remain silent. This hearing is being recorded. It is also being broadcast live. Anything you say or do may be held against you. So I will only ask you for your name and for your date of birth. There may be victims watching the live stream this morning, so I will read the victim rights advisement and then we'll begin with your hearing. If you are the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised that you have rights under Arizona law that among others include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present at court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who is convicted of causing you loss. If you have not already been provided a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office. We'll begin your hearings in just a moment. I'll call you in one at a time. When it's your turn, come stand at the podium in the center of the room and speak into the microphone. I will call a second person's name to have a seat in those chairs right by the door. That way we can move quickly. While you're sitting in that chair, go ahead and get yourself ready for the hearing because you will be on camera. So if you have been cold and stuffed inside your t-shirt, you want to get your arms out and take your hat off and just be ready to come inside and be on camera. At the end of your hearing, you're going to be provided with some paperwork. That paperwork has all the information I'm about to give you. The place, time, date of your next hearing, your attorney's phone number, usually on the second page, and then your release conditions that you need to review. This is important information for you. There may be consequences if you violate any of those release conditions, whether it's intentional or not. So you'll want to look through that. We will begin this morning in just a moment with Rosario Ochoa. So if you could have a seat by the door, Rosario, oh, she was already sitting there. Just go ahead and have a seat right there. I am going to handle one warrant, and then after her, we'll have Elijah Kenny. So I do need to handle one warrant real quick. All right, thank you all for your patience. Ms. Ochoa, please come into the hearing room, and Mr. Kenny, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Rosario Magdalena Ochoa, 08/24/1994.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on a new case. It was alleged that you may have committed arson of an occupied structure that is a Class 2 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix on June 29th, 8:30 in the morning. Because you are already out on felony release in another matter, you're not eligible for release today under the Arizona Criminal Rule 4.2A7A. So you do have an additional hearing on June 30th at 1:30 in the afternoon to determine if you can become eligible for release. All of this information is on your paperwork. Please take your paperwork and have a seat, ma'am. Thank you.
So what does that mean?
You're going to be held with no bond until the 30th of June.
What's today?
The 23rd, 7 days.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Elijah Kenny, please come to the podium. Casey Borchett, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Elijah Kenny, 6/21/73.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case. And my computer is stalled. One moment, please. Okay. Okay, here we go. It is alleged that you may have committed discharging a firearm at a residence, which is a Class 2 felony. Also, unlawful discharge within the city limits, which is a Class 6 felony. Then disorderly conduct with a weapon, which is a Class 6 felony, and tampering with evidence, which is a Class 6 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 29th at 8:30 in the morning. Under Arizona law, you are still eligible for release. The state recommended a $250,000 cash bond. This court found that was unreasonable, but is setting your bond at $100,000 secured, which means you may use a bail bond company. If you're able to do that, you will have electronic monitoring, so make sure to let them know about any work commitments or other obligations that you have, so those can be programmed in. You're not to have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. You may return to your own residence, but you're not to approach the alleged victim's living area, not to linger or loiter in any common areas between your and their house. Okay. Between now and then, you are also not to possess any weapons or simulated weapons. So if you do have such items, you'll want to surrender them to someone else so they're not on your property. Okay. If you're not able to post your bond, make sure, if you're not able to post your bond, you'll stay in custody and be transported to your next hearing on the 29th. But the no victim contact order does still apply, whether you're in custody or out of custody.
And that's 100,000 bond?
Secured. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Casey Borchert, please come to the podium. Geneva Brown, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
It's Casey Borkert, 3/17/1989.
Thank you, sir. I apologize for saying your name incorrectly. You're here today because of an out-of-county warrant. So it looks like Yavapai County has issued a probation violation warrant for you. An attorney will be appointed for you at your next hearing, and that is down in Yavapai County Superior Court, June 26th at 8:30 in the morning. They did set the bond at $25,000 secured, so you can use a bond company. If you're able to do that, make sure you call the probation officer and then go to that hearing. If you are not able to post that bond, you'll stay in custody and be transported to the hearing.
Okay.
Please take your paperwork, sir. Thank you. Geneva Brown, please come to the podium. Augustine Vasquez, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Geneva Brown, April 8th, 1980.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on a probation violation warrant alleging that you violated terms 1 and 5. So a warrant was issued for your arrest. An attorney has been appointed to assist you. Your next hearing is June 29th at 8:30 in the morning downtown Phoenix, and you have a $2,500 secured appearance bond.
I have a court date on that day. I have the paper.
Okay.
You want to see it?
No, it's okay. If you're able to post your bond, then you'll be able to make it to both hearings. Or is it a different place?
It's at June 29th. Wait. Yeah, at June 28th.
Okay. So if you're in custody, make sure you show them that paper so that you get transported there. If you are not in custody, make sure you go to both your court dates, the one that you know of that you have in your hand,
Okay.
and also this one on the 29th downtown
Okay.
Phoenix.
At what time?
June 29th at 8:30 in the morning, and they will give you that on that paperwork right there too.
Okay.
All right, please take your paperwork, ma'am. Thank you. Augustine Vasquez, please come to the podium. Jonathan Denogene, have a seat by the door, please.
Good morning.
Good morning. Please say your name and date of
My
birth.
name is Augustine Vasquez, 9673.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on 3 probation violation warrants. It's alleged that you violated terms 3, 5, and 7. Your whereabouts have been unknown since April, so warrants were issued for your arrest. You have attorneys appointed to assist you in all 3 cases. Your next hearings are June 29th, 8:30 in the morning downtown Phoenix. They carry varying bonds. It was $500, $250, and then $400. So altogether, sir, that's $1,150. If you're able to post it, call your probation officer, go to your hearing, follow your terms of probation. If you can't post it, you'll stay in custody and be transported to your next hearing. Please take your paperwork, sir. Thank you. Jonathan Denogene, please come to the podium. Carla Zamora, have a seat by the door, please. So Jonathan Denogene.
They're behind the podium. And bring me now. And right behind the podium.
Good morning, sir. Please say your name and date of birth.
Jonathan Demoshan, 9/21/97.
Thank you, sir. You're here because you failed to go to your status conference back at the beginning of June. So you now have a new hearing date. You already have an attorney appointed. Your next hearing is June 29th, 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix, and you now have a $1,000 bond, same release conditions as before. If you're able to post your bond, go to your next hearing. If not, you'll stay in custody and be transported to your next hearing. Please take your paperwork, sir. Thank you. Carla Zamora, please come to the podium. And then after that, we have Salvador Cuijas Jr. Have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
My name is Carla Zamora. My birthday is October 13, 1996.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on 3 matters. It looks like they're all probation violation warrants. It's alleging that you violated terms 4 and 5 and that you left your recovery center on April 8th, the same day that you checked in. So they issued warrants for your arrest. An attorney has been appointed for you. Your next hearing is June 29th at 8:30 in the morning. Your warrants do carry varying bonds, and it looks like altogether it's $650 total. If you're able to post it, call your probation officer and go to your next hearing. If you're not able to post it, you'll stay in custody and be transported to your hearing. Please take your paperwork, ma'am. Thank you. Salvador Cuijas Jr., please come to the podium. Yvette Hodges, have a seat by the door, please.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Please say your name and date of birth.
Salvador Kiwis Jr., May 11th, 1997.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on 2 justice court warrants. So each of them do carry bond, so an attorney has been appointed for you in your justice court warrant. But if you're able to post your bond, you can hire an attorney or represent yourself. Your next hearings are at Kyrene Justice Court, June 26th, 8:30 in the morning. One of them has a $100 bond. The other one, it's also $100. So if you're able to post $200 in secured appearance bond, make sure you go to Kyrene Justice Court and get this taken care of. If you cannot post it, you'll stay in custody and be transported to your hearing.
Do you know how long in custody?
Only until the 26th, and today is the 23rd, so that would be 3 days.
Okay.
All right, please take your paperwork, sir. Yvette Hodges, please come to the podium. Jeremiah Clark, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Yvette Hodges, 3/30/1980.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on an arrest warrant alleging that in March of this year, you may have had dangerous drugs in your possession as a Class 4 felony, and then drug paraphernalia as a Class 6 felony. So the state is bringing charges against you now. This court is appointing an attorney for you, and your next hearing date is downtown Phoenix, June 29th at 8:30 in the morning. You're still eligible for release, but it is a cash-only bond of $100. If you're able to post the bond, make sure you go to your hearing or they will issue another warrant for you. Please take your paperwork, ma'am. Jeremiah Clark, please come to the podium. Gabriel Flores, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Jeremiah Clark, April 4th, 1990.
Thank you, sir. You're here because of a probation violation. Well, you missed your revocation arraignment hearing. So you already have an attorney appointed. Your next hearing is June 29th, 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix. When you missed your hearing, they did issue a warrant for you. It carries a $100 bond. If you're able to post it, make sure you go to your next hearing and call your probation officer. If not, you'll stay in custody and be transported to your hearing. All right, please take your paperwork, sir. Oh, good and tight. Then we have Gabriel Flores. Please come to the podium. And then Martina Black Dog, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Gabriel Flores, September 19th, 1990.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case alleging that you had a weapon and you're prohibited from having one, which is a Class 4 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix on July 8th, and that is at 8:30 in the morning. Although the state recommended a $5,000 bond, this court feels supervised release would be sufficient to secure your attendance. So you'll be released in a few hours. It might take a little while because you are going to get an electronic monitoring device.
Okay.
Let them know about your work commitments and obligations. Make sure it doesn't run out of juice.
Okay.
Keep it charged.
Awesome.
All right. So you know now you're not to possess any weapons, even simulated weapons.
Yes.
And then make sure you go to your next hearing or they'll issue a warrant for your arrest.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
All right. Please take your paperwork.
Thank you.
Martina Black Dog, please come to the podium. Anthony Webster, have a seat by the door, please. Martina Black Dog, please come to the podium. And then after that will be Anthony Webster. Please say your name and date of birth.
Martina Black Dog, 8/1902.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here on a probation violation warrant alleging terms 3 and 5, and that your whereabouts have been unknown since last September. But I did note that you have no reinstatement, and so you are going to be released under your probation officer's supervision. You have an attorney appointed for you, and your next hearing date is June 29th, downtown Phoenix. So in a few hours when you're released, make sure you call, check in with your probation officer, between now and the 29th, follow the terms of your probation and then go to your hearing. If you do not, they will issue a warrant for your arrest. Please take your paperwork, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anthony Webster, please come to the podium. Ryan Clifton, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Anthony Webster, 07/31/85.
Thank you, sir. You're here on a new case. It is alleged that you may have committed endangerment, which is a Class 6 felony, and also assault as a misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is July 8th at 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix. There is a recommendation that you would have a $25,000 bond, but this court does not feel that's appropriate. So you are going to be released on your promise to follow the release conditions and go to your hearing. So you may not initiate any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. Do not leave the state and make sure you go to your next hearing.
Definitely. I mean, thank you.
Please take your paperwork.
Sorry.
Ryan Clifton, please come to the podium. Estefany Flores, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Ryan Clifton, 12981.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on a new case alleging dangerous drugs as a Class 4 felony and drug paraphernalia as a Class 6 felony. This court did find probable cause, appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on July 8th at 8:30 in the morning. You are going to be released on your promise to go to that next hearing, and be mindful if you don't go, they will most likely issue a warrant for your arrest. Okay? Please take your paperwork, sir. Estefany Flores, please come to the podium. Lakeisha Miller, have a seat by the door, please.
Morning.
Good morning. Please say your name and date of birth.
Stephanie Flores, December 5th, 1997.
Thank you, ma'am, and I apologize for saying your name incorrectly. You're here on a new case today. It was alleged you may have committed aggravated assault as a Class 4 felony, as well as disorderly conduct as a misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on July 8th at 8:30 in the morning. There was a victim impact statement submitted on your behalf, and then there was also a state recommendation requesting $20,000 in bond. So this court weighed all the factors, including your criminal history and the likelihood of you not appearing at your next hearing, and found that you can be released on your promise to go to that hearing, so on recognizance. You may reside with the alleged victim as long as that alleged victim continues to consent, which at the moment that appears so. But if they were to obtain an order of protection and that served on you, you would need to comply with that court order. So if that alleged victim revokes their consent for you to live with them, you would have what's called a civil standby. That's where you can call law enforcement. You go together to pick up necessaries like identification, medication, or clothing. But as long as they're okay with you going home, that is all right. Please have patience. You will be out processed. It takes a few hours.
Okay.
All right, please take your paperwork, ma'am.
Thank you.
Lakeisha Miller, please come to the podium. Jose Ayala, have a seat by the door, please.
Good morning.
Good morning. Please say your name and date of birth.
Lakeisha Miller, 11/9/1975.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here on a new case alleging organized retail theft as a Class 4 felony and then shoplifting removal of goods as a misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on July 8th at 8:30 in the morning. You are going to be released on your promise to go to the hearing and follow the release conditions. Do not return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged complainant or witness. Make sure you go to your next hearing or they may issue a warrant for your arrest that does carry bond.
Okay.
Please take your paperwork, ma'am.
Thanks.
Jose Ayala, please come to the podium. Jordan Mapes, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Angel Ayala, date of birth 5/24/1976.
Thank you, sir. You're here on a new case today. It was alleged that you may have had dangerous drugs in your possession and unlawful means of transportation. One's a class 4, the other's a class 5 felony. This court did not find probable cause on either allegation because the law enforcement report was simply conclusory. However, the state may still bring additional evidence, so the case is not dismissed. You have an attorney appointed for you, and your next hearing date is downtown Phoenix, July 8th. It's at 8:30 in the morning. You do not have release conditions because there was no probable cause presented. However, if you fail to attend that hearing, they still may issue a warrant for your arrest. So make sure you go to your next hearing.
No.
All right, please take your paperwork, sir.
Again released.
You are. All right, Jordan Mate, please come to the podium. Good morning, sir. Your hearing is a little different because you are here as a fugitive of justice. Please say your name and date of birth.
Jordan Mapes, 9/18/02.
Thank you, sir. So a warrant was issued for your arrest by the state of Oregon. Before the hearing, you were handed a placard. Did you read the placard?
Yeah, I just had some questions.
Okay, I'm going to go through it with you right now. So you have a choice to make. You may demand a civil extradition hearing. I would set that for July 6th at 1:30 in the afternoon, and you would have bond set at $250,000 secured, so you could use a bonding company. And at that civil extradition hearing, they would determine if a governor's warrant should be issued for your arrest. And then the governors of Oregon and Arizona would have up to 90 days to sign that warrant to extradite you. That's a civil hearing, so I can't appoint an attorney for you, but you can hire one yourself, or you can waive your right to that hearing and your right to that bond and be held with no bond in Maricopa County custody for up to 30 days. That 30 days would start tomorrow or at the end of any local Arizona cases. I don't think you have any pending though.
No, so what does that necessarily mean if I waive it?
Right.
Does that mean that I just agree to go to extradite?
Right. So if you waive your civil extradition hearing, Maricopa County would hold you for up to 30 days starting tomorrow, and the sheriff would notify Oregon that you're ready to be picked up. If they don't come pick you up within that 30 days, you would be released from custody, but that warrant still needs to be dealt with. So hopefully you'd be working on that while you're in custody. Otherwise, it's still a valid warrant. So you can be held for up to 30 days. They could come and pick you up. If they don't, you'd be released. But if you don't resolve your warrant, it's still out there.
What's the shortest time I know if they're going to get me or not? Like, if they're going to come pick me up from here, so I'm not waiting, or...
They would have up to 30 days if you waive it. If you demand your hearing, you'd have to wait possibly up to 90 days to see if the governor signed the warrant.
Okay, so with the bonds and bail bondsman thing, how does that work? Is that a percentage that I have to pay?
Right. You would make a contract with a bonding company. Your bond would be set at $250,000 secured. You have to work that out with a bonding company.
Does that mean 25,000, 10%, or?
Sometimes it depends on the bonding company. I'm not you, so I don't know what they would give you, and they may charge fees as well.
Yeah, I just didn't. The only reason I'm asking is because I didn't know if I got the bail paid by a bondsman out here. Are they going to actually release me even though I have a warrant out of state, or are they going to mess with me and not release me?
They should release you if you post your bond, but your out-of-state warrant is why you would go to the hearing to find out are they actually going to extradite you or not.
Yeah, and then if I come back, like, I'm not going to run from that warrant, obviously. So, okay, alrighty.
Do you want to set your hearing or do you want to waive your hearing?
Oh, that's something I got to decide right now.
You do, because I either need to set it or I need to hold you with no bond and then tell Oregon that you're ready to be picked up.
And then if I do waive it and I'm ready to be picked up, then they have 30 days, not 90.
Correct.
And if they don't get me in 30 days, then I'm released.
Right, but that warrant's still
Well,
outstanding.
yeah, which is fine. Okay, oh my gosh. I don't know, what's like the normal thing people do? Like, I don't know if there's like
It's
a right
very-
thing to do.
Yeah, it's very individual, and if you don't want to decide right now, that is okay, because I'll set the bond, I'll set the hearing, and then you can talk to another commissioner at your fugitive of justice hearing to talk it through. Or you could hire an attorney between now and then and talk it through with them. So those are things you can do. You don't have to waive it. It is your right to have the hearing.
Okay, and then if the hearing comes and then I decide, because I just want to talk to more people to get more information. So when the hearing comes, can I then decide, hey, I want to just waive it? They can just pick me up.
That's correct.
At any time I can do that. Okay.
You can.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to set your bond. Okay.
I don't know how do I figure out how bail bondsmen work? They don't have that in Oregon.
The next meeting that you're going to, there will be a list of bail bonds that you can contact.
Does that mean that I have to pay them or don't they pay your bail?
So they pay the bail in full, so you pay them a certain percentage, but it's not standard between across all of them. So you have to call them and work it out with each individual one.
And I can call them from in here?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they do collect calls from here.
Yeah. All right, sir. So I've set a hearing for you on July 6th at 1:30 in the afternoon. And then their bond is set, as I stated, $250,000 secured, so you can use a bonding company. And then you can hire your own attorney. It's a civil hearing. And just to let you know, there is sometimes a public defender there as well that you can ask questions to. They're not appointed to you, but they're there just to help the
I
process.
have to pay money though to hire a lawyer for this, right?
Right, it's a civil hearing. So you can hire your own attorney for it, but I'm just letting you know that in that hearing, at the fugitive of justice hearing, there is a public defender who answers general questions. If it's just a general question, they're not appointed to you, but you can discuss things with them while you're there.
Okay.
Okay, but I do encourage you to get your own legal counsel or talk to people about what you should decide to do.
Yeah, I just don't have money right now for that, like for that case. So, I mean, is that something that in these situations, like, okay, this is my other main thing. I have court in Oregon on July 2nd. I wasn't planning on, I didn't even know I had a warrant. I didn't have my PO check, and I knew I wasn't supposed to be out of state. I was literally out here visiting because some family member stuff happened. I didn't even know I had a warrant, and I have court on July 2nd.
So there's no release conditions on this. You can travel to Oregon, you can come back and come to your hearing on the 6th. You can hire an attorney to represent you on the 6th.
Well, I mean, that's if I get out, then I can, but if I'm held in custody and a bail bondsman doesn't work with me, then am I going to get contempt of court in Oregon?
You might, so you probably want to hire an attorney there too, or someone to represent you and let them know what's going on. I don't know if it's the same warrant that you're trying to appear on.
Yeah, it's the same. The warrant that I have is from being on bail out there for the case that I have another 35-day call. My lawyer died. I had a lawyer I paid for, and he passed away 2 months ago, or about a month ago now. So I don't even have anyone to represent me. Like, I don't know. I'm in a weird situation. So
Yeah, definitely keep in touch with the courts. Even if you just call and let them know what's going on, find out if you can write them a letter or something. You need to let them know what's going on with you.
okay.
All right, go ahead and take your paperwork, sir. Thank you. All right, we do have 3 individuals that will see as house calls. The first is Antonio Sweeney, who is being combated. Date of birth 12/4/1980. It's a justice court warrant alleging that he failed to appear. So on this one, it looks like he's in custody on some other matters. So an attorney has been appointed for him. His next hearing is June 26th, 8:30 in the morning. I set a $50 placeholder bond to make sure he doesn't continue to fail to appear. The next person is Julio Lugo. He's unable to function. It's date of birth 7/11/81. New case alleging aggravated domestic violence is a class 5 felony and disobeying a court order as a misdemeanor. This court found probable cause, appointed an attorney for him, and his next hearing is June 29th, 8:30 in the morning. He does have a $10,000 bond and electronic monitoring. If he's released, he is not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. No weapons, no drugs. do not leave the state, and obey the order of protection that's already been served on him. The next individual is Leilani Hartman, date of birth 2/23/1990. She is also being combative. She's here on a new case alleging theft of means of transportation as a Class 3 felony. This court found probable cause, appointed an attorney, and her next hearing is July 8th at 8:30 in the morning. She is eligible to be released OR on her own recognizance, but she's not to have any contact with the alleged complainants, not leave the state. I will explain to these individuals their release conditions if able. It is not my intention to return to this recording, so if there are any changes, they'll be reflected on the written order. At this time, the 2 a.m. initial appearance hearing calendar stands in recess until 5 a.m.
I just saw it. No, it was.
So what's the story? What's going on? Is it that you are running?
They got it, made it, so I don't know, but they're from another facility.
He's not even here.
Mhm.
So what can you tell me? He's been admitted,
He's been,
he's not coming back.
well, he won't be coming back until they discharge him from the hospital.
What's wrong with him? Is he?
I don't know any more information than that. If you want to call the sergeant up front, they might be able to give you some information, but I don't have anything else. I'm moving away. You can tell. We know. Yeah. So, there's no way to stand up, okay? Stand up. All right. Stand up.
Please be seated. Good morning. This is the 5 a.m. initial appearance hearing calendar for June 23rd, 2026. The court's orders for taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of the month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. As you just heard in the recording, this is a very specific type of hearing. I will tell you why you are here, if an attorney has been appointed for you, when and where your next court hearing will be, if you are eligible for release, what your release conditions are, and any bond amounts required. I will not read all the release conditions to each of you. That is your responsibility to review, but I may point out a few depending on your case. You do all have the same 4 standard release conditions, which are to not make contact with the arresting officers, to not have drugs without a valid prescription, to not drive without a valid license, and to keep the court updated with your address. You are all here today on criminal matters. That means you do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do may be held against you. This hearing is being recorded. It is also being broadcast live. I will only ask you for your name and your date of birth. There may be victims watching the live stream, so I will read the victim rights advisement, and then we'll begin with your hearings. If you are the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised that you have rights under Arizona law, that among others include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present at court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who is convicted of causing you loss. If you have not already been provided a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office. We'll now start with your hearings, and I'll call you in one at a time. When it is your turn, please come stand at the podium in the center of the room and speak into the microphone. I will call a second person's name to have a seat in those chairs right there by the door. Take a moment when you're sitting by the door to get yourself ready to come into the hearing room. You will be on camera, so take your arms out of your shirt if that's the case, or take off your hat. Just be ready to come on in. Once in a while, I may need to pause the hearings to handle warrants. If that's the case, just remain seated in that chair by the door until your name is called. At the end of your hearing, you'll be provided with paperwork. The paperwork has all the information I'm about to share with you: the date, time, location of your next hearing, your attorney's phone number, and those release conditions that you need to review. Make sure you hold on to that paperwork. It is important for you. We'll begin today with Alfred Cano Jr. Please come to the podium, and then Steve Allen. Have a seat by the door, please.
Good morning, Connor.
Good morning, sir. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Alfred Cano, date of birth is 7/14/61.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on a new case. It was alleged that you may have committed aggravated assault, which is a Class 4 felony. Also, aggravated domestic violence is a Class 5 felony. Assault and disorderly conduct are alleged as misdemeanors. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 29th at 8:30 in the morning. It looks like you might be on parole, and so I believe the Department of Correction has already been contacted. This may be considered a violation of parole,
Yes.
just so that you know about that. Okay, so as far as release conditions go, the state made a recommendation. There was a victim impact statement, and under Arizona law, you are still eligible for bond. Your bond is set at $50,000 cash only with an electronic monitoring device. So if you are able to post your bond, make sure to let pretrial services know about any work commitments or obligations. But I pointed out the parole issue for you because you might want to wait and see before you pay any money if they're even going to allow you to post bond.
Yeah, they won't.
Okay, so I just wanted to make you aware of that. You do have no victim contact orders. So whether you are in custody or out of custody, you should not have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. You also know no weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and that includes simulated weapons or things like marijuana, THC, and CBD products. If an order of protection is served on you, be sure to comply with that court order. All this information's on your paperwork.
Okay.
Please take your paperwork, sir.
All right, thank you.
Steve Allen, please come to the podium. Ryan Ward, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Steve Allen, and my birthday is 12/22 of 80.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on a new case alleging aggravated assault as a Class 4 felony and then resisting arrest with physical injury as a Class 6 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 29th at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for release. It is under a $10,000 secured appearance bond, so you may use a bonding company. You're not to have any weapons. You're also not to have any simulated weapons, like a fake BB gun or pellet gun that look like deadly weapons. And then for your other release conditions, do not leave the state and do not use any drugs without a valid prescription. That does include things like marijuana, THC, and CBD products too. If you are not able to post your bond, you'll stay in custody and you'll be transported to your next hearing. Please take your paperwork, sir. Ryan Ward, please come to the podium. Jessica Ochoa, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Ryan Ward, 5599.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on two matters. The first one's the out-of-county warrant. This is out of Pinal County, so an attorney will be appointed for you at your next hearing, and that's in Pioneer Justice Court, June 26th, 8:30 in the morning. Your bond here is a $256 cash bond. Your other matter here today, sir, is a probation violation warrant. So on this one, it's alleging that you violated terms 3 and 5, and it looks like your last report date was in February, and that you've been trying to transfer over to Pinal, but it hasn't worked. Your attorney did file a motion to quash on June 16th, but that motion wasn't granted and a hearing hadn't been set yet. So now you do have a hearing set for June 29th at 8:30 in the morning. This warrant does carry a $500 secured bond. So you have a $500 secured and a $256 in cash. If you're able to post your bonds, call your probation officer and go to your 2 hearings. If you're not able to post your bond, you'll be transported to your hearings. Please take your paperwork, sir. Jessica Ochoa, please come to the podium. Chauncey Bradford, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Jessica Nicole Ochoa, 42584.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here on 3 matters. They're all probation violation warrants. It's alleged that you violated terms 3 and 5 and that they haven't known where you are since November of 2024. So warrants were issued for your arrest. In all 3 cases, you have an attorney appointed. Your next hearing is June 29th, 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix. They each carried a bond. I believe it was $100 on each. So you have $300 in secured appearance bond. If you're able to post your bond, call your probation officer and go to your hearing. If you're not able to post your bond, you'll stay in custody and be transported to your next hearing.
Okay.
Please take your paperwork, ma'am. Thank you. Chauncey Bradford, please come to the podium. Stephen Gundlach, have a seat by the door, please. And then just one moment, sir. One moment. They have them right now? Okay, that's all right. Just a moment. Mr. Bradford, would you please take a seat again? We need to interrupt our flow for just one moment. Go ahead and just take a seat. Thank you, sir. Okay. This is Commissioner Gentry. Okay, we are on the bench doing the initial appearance hearing right now. I am going to put you on speakerphone so that it can be recorded on the STR. Is Mr. Jason Richard there and available? Okay. All right, you are now on speakerphone. This is your initial appearance hearing. I just need to advise you that this is being recorded. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do may be held against you. I'm only going to ask you to say your name and your date of birth. Please go ahead.
My name is Jason Richard. My date of birth is 11/2/78.
Thank you, sir. The reason we had you scheduled for your initial appearance hearing is because of an arrest warrant. It's alleging that in March of this year, you may have had dangerous drugs in your possession, which is a Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia as a Class 6 felony. The state has brought charges against you. An attorney has been appointed for you. Your next hearing is now June 29th at 8:30 in the morning downtown Phoenix. I saw that you were already in custody on other matters, and so we are just setting a placeholder bond of $50 to make sure that you are transported to this hearing if you are still in custody. If for some reason you are out of or able to be out of custody, you have this $50 bond. If you pay it, call your probation officer within 72 hours and then go to your hearing on the 29th. If you are still in custody, though, the sheriffs will transport you to your hearing, so that's not an issue. All this information is on the paperwork that they will provide to you. Once this hearing is over, it'll be printed out and then it will get to you probably within the next few hours. Okay, that's all the information I have to provide to you today, sir. Thank you for attending your initial appearance hearing. Okay, thank you, officer.
Commissioner, have a good day.
Okay, we'll go back. Mr. Bradford, thank you so much for your patience. Come on out to the podium.
Right.
Thank you again for your patience. Please say your name and date of birth.
Chauncey Bradford, 10/14/84.
Thank you, sir. You're here today because you failed to go to your status conference last month. So you already have an attorney in your case. Your next hearing is now June 29th at 8:30 in the morning downtown Phoenix. When you failed to appear, they did issue a warrant for your arrest. It has a $50 cash only bond. If you're able to post your bond, make sure you go to your next hearing. If you are not, you'll stay in custody and you'll be transported to your next hearing. All this information is on your paperwork. Please take your paperwork and have a seat, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Go ahead and take your paperwork. Thank you. Stephen Goodluck, please come to the podium. And then after that will be Alor Kual Arop. Have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Stephen Gunlock, 5/20/1988.
Thank you, sir. So you're here today because of the bond surrenders, but also when you missed your hearings, there were failure to appear warrants issued in all three of your cases. So we are not going to deal with the bond surrenders. The bond company can deal with that. We're just going to talk about your warrants. So on all three of your cases, you have attorneys already appointed for you. And now you have new hearing dates. On, I think, all of them, let me just double check. Yes, all of them are now reset to June 29th at 8:30 in the morning downtown Phoenix.
Okay.
They have varying bonds. They have $5,000, $5,000, and $10,000. So altogether it is $20,000, but now it is cash. If you're able to post that, make sure you go downtown Phoenix on the 29th and sign in for each of your hearings, wait for your name to be called, and make sure you are there in attendance. Sometimes it's like this where it's a gallery, so you might have to sign in to two places, but just make sure they know you're there, and then don't leave until you get your paperwork from each of those hearings. If you're not able to post your bond, you will stay in custody and you'll be transported to your next hearing. All right,
Thank you, Your Honor.
please take your paperwork. Thank you, sir. Alor Kual Arap, please come to the podium. Alejandro Molina, have a seat by the door, please.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, please.
Hello, Dan Caller up on November 9th, 86.
Thank you, sir. You're here on a new case. It is alleged that you may have committed aggravated assault, which is a Class 3 felony, as well as disorderly conduct with a weapon, which is a Class 6 felony, and then disorderly conduct fighting as a misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on July 8th at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for release under pretrial services with random illegal drug and alcohol testing. So if in a few hours you are released, call pretrial services. They are going to supervise you until you go to your hearing, and they're going to let you know when you need to go in for that random testing.
Okay.
And that will allow you to show the court that you can remain sober. You are also allowed to live with the alleged victims as long as they consent. So if they consent for you to return home, that is fine. But if they do not consent or they revoke their consent, then we have issued a civil standby order where you can call the law enforcement, your local law enforcement. They'll go with you to pick up necessary things like medication, identification, or clothing that you might need between now and July 8th, because that is a long time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So read through your release conditions carefully. If any of the victims ask for an order of protection and that gets served on you, make sure you comply with it. But as of right now, they are not asking for that, so you may return home.
Thank you.
All right, please take your paperwork. Alejandro Molina, please come to the podium. Ashel Robles, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Alejandro Molina, July 5th, 1989.
Thank you, sir. You're here on a new case. It is alleged that you may have committed burglary in the 3rd degree, which is a Class 4 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on July 8th, and that will be 8:30 in the morning. You will be released in a few hours under pretrial services. That means you need to call them within 72 hours, and they're going to maintain supervision while you are waiting for your next hearing.
Okay.
So it's a little like probation. Make
Okay.
sure you keep in touch with them or they'll issue a warrant for your arrest.
Okay. So when's my next hearing? June 29th?
No,
Oh,
not unless you have some other hearing. Your
Okay.
next hearing here is July 8th.
okay, there you go. That's
All
what I was
right.
waiting for.
Please take your paperwork.
Thank you, man.
Ashel Robles, please come to the podium. Jerome Esquite, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Ashel Robles, 0607-2002.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on a new case alleging disorderly conduct as a Class 6 felony and then threatening and intimidation as a misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is July 8th at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for release today under a electronic monitoring device. So it'll be pretrial services with an ankle monitor.
Okay.
So you'll need to wait until they come. So it's going to be a few hours. When they're here, make sure you tell them about your commitments and obligations. I know on the financial statement, you didn't list the job, but in the Form 4, it sounds like you had been working the night before this all happened. So make sure you put that in your ankle monitor, keep it charged, or they'll issue a warrant for your arrest if that is not used properly.
Okay.
Okay. You're not to have any contact with the alleged victims. I do know that's difficult because they're your downstairs neighbors. So you may return to your own residence, but you're not to approach their residence and not to linger or loiter in any common area. So park, go in. No lingering and loitering. Just review your release conditions carefully so you don't accidentally violate anything, and make sure you go to that hearing.
Okay.
All right, please take your paperwork.
Thank you.
Jerome Esquite, please come to the podium. Brett Smith, have a seat by the door, please.
Morning.
Good morning. Please say your name and date of birth.
Jerome Lee Esquite, born November 13, 1974.
Thank you, sir. You're here on a new case. It's alleged that you resisted arrest, which is a classic felony, and then criminal trespassing as a misdemeanor. This court found probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is July 8th at 8:30 in the morning. You are going to be released on your promise to go to the hearing and not to return to the scene of the alleged crime where you were arrested. So don't go back to that underpass. That is a dangerous place for you. But do go to your hearing, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
All right, please take your paperwork, sir.
All right, ma'am. You have a good day.
Yeah, gun law, we did, yeah. Okay, Mr. Brett Smith, please come to the podium. Gerard Wilson, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Brett Smith, January 16th, 1992.
Thank you, sir. You're here on a new municipal court case alleging assault as a misdemeanor. So an attorney will be appointed for you because this appears to be a domestic violence matter. Your next hearing is at Peoria Municipal Court, July 13th at 9 in the morning. You are cautioned that any violation of the no victim contact orders I'm about to explain to you may result in additional allegations that could be felonious. So that means you would end up in Superior Court next. Okay. So your next hearing is at Peoria Municipal Court, July 13th at 9 a.m. You are going to be released on your promise to follow the release conditions and go to that hearing. Your release conditions include you are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. I do understand that that is your residence, and so one civil standby has been ordered where you may call local law enforcement to go with you and pick up necessary things like medication, identification, clothing, because you have all the way till July 13th. You're not supposed to be there. You must obey any order of protection that is served on you. I also understand that you have a child in common, and because you are ordered to find an alternative residence and have no contact with the alleged victim, you may go through a third party in order to still have parenting time, but you do have to go through someone else, no direct contact. The next judge may change all these orders, but these are the orders of the court until you go to Peoria Municipal Court. Please take your paperwork, sir. Gerard Wilson, please come to the podium. Kathy Wilson, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Gerard Wilson Jr., 5/16/95.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case. It's alleging aggravated driving under the influence with passengers who are under 15 years old. This is alleged as a Class 4 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is July 8th at 8:30 in the morning downtown Phoenix. You are going to be released under your promise to go to your hearing and follow the release conditions. Some of those conditions for you, sir, are to not have any alcohol, possess it, or consume it, and also that no drugs without a valid prescription, and that applies to marijuana, THC, and CBD products too. You would need a prescription to use those. Make sure you go to your next hearing or they will issue a warrant for your arrest. Please take your paperwork, sir. Kathy Wilson, please come to the podium.
Hey there.
Please say your name and date of birth.
Kathy Wilson, 8/11/80.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here on a municipal court warrant. It looks like it is an older warrant from 2020. So no attorney is being appointed for you. If you want to fight the warrant, you can hire an attorney or represent yourself. Your next hearing date is at Peoria Municipal Court, July 13th, 9 in the morning. You are being released on your promise to go get this warrant taken care of. So, ma'am, once you are released in a few hours from now, this warrant is still unresolved. So if you ever have law enforcement contact, you'll end up back here until you go to Peoria and resolve this warrant. I have set a hearing date for you. I've included the phone number for Peoria on your paperwork as well. I encourage you to go and resolve this warrant as soon as possible so that just in case you have any other law enforcement contact, you don't end up right back here again.
Okay.
All right, please take your paperwork, ma'am. We do have two individuals that will see us house call. The first person is Rashi Mayon. And they are NASBA, date of birth 9/17/88. It's a probation violation warrant alleging terms 3, 4, 5. Last contact with their PO was in October. So an attorney has been appointed. Their next hearing is June 29th, 8:30 in the morning. They have a $500 bond and standard release conditions for someone on probation. And then Mr. Juan Zepeda, date of birth 8/7/1995, is also NASBA, also a probation violation. He missed his revocation arraignment hearing last month. So he already has an attorney. Now he has a new hearing date, June 29th, 8:30 in the morning, and he has a $250 bond, also standard release conditions for someone on probation. It is not my intention to return to this recording. If there are any changes, they'll be reflected in the written documents, written orders. At this time, the 5 a.m. initial appearance hearing calendar is in recess until 8 a.m. Okay.
And with 4 minutes to spare.
Well, we gotta walk. So we gotta walk fast.
All right.
Thank you. Please be seated. This is the 8 a.m. calendar on June 23rd, 2026. Orders are given on the first of the month regarding the taking of DNA and fingerprints. Those orders are made in effect today. What that means for you in the courtroom is this: not every single one of you has to give your DNA or your fingerprints. If you have to do that, those orders are going to be on your paperwork. My name is Commissioner Beck. I'm here to do a few things for you. Number one, I'm here to let you know why you're here. Number two, if you might be released. Number three, if you're going to be assigned an attorney. The vast majority of you will be assigned an attorney, which leads to my number one rule. Please don't talk about the facts of your case. Anything you say or do can be used against you. Everything in the courtroom is video recorded. So please don't talk about the facts of your case unless it's with your attorney. Second, I'm sure you're going to have a lot of questions for me. Fortunately, I'm not your legal counsel, so I can't answer legal questions for you. So please save those types of questions for your attorney. Finally, you're going to hear about lots of different dates and different types of release conditions. You don't have to memorize all that stuff. All that information is going to be on your paperwork. That's why it's important to keep your paperwork and save it. Don't lose it. If you end up missing a court date or you don't follow a written court order, you could just end up back here. When it comes to those release conditions, when I see you in court, I'm only going to tell you about some of them, not every single one of them. For a complete list of all your release conditions, please refer to your paperwork. Here's how the morning is going to go. I'm going to call two names. The first name I call is going to come in to the courtroom and stand in front of me at the podium. Second name I call is going to sit on that chair next to the door, and then we're going to keep on cycling through until the calendar is finished. I'm now going to read the victim's rights advisement. If you're the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you're advised that you have rights under Arizona law that, among others, include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present in court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or the defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation on pleas, scheduling, and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who's convicted of causing you loss. If you have not already been provided with a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office. And please get Alex Duran to the podium, Renee Cullen to the chair. Name and date of birth, please.
Alex Duran, 10/17/05.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for aggravated assault, Class 4 felony. Assault is a Class 1 misdemeanor. Disorderly conduct, Class 1 misdemeanor. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are June 29th and July 2nd at the Downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $50,000. If you're able to bond out, you're going to be on supervised release with an electronic ankle monitor. Furthermore, if you bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness. You can't live at the same location as your victim. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. You must obey any orders of protection that are put out against you. You have to find an alternative residence and provide proof of that residence, and you may have no contact with the victims whatsoever, including electronically or through third parties, even if they contact you first. You're warned that a violation of a no victim contact order can lead to further felony charges. So again, you have a $50,000 secured appearance bond. Your next court date is June 29th. Do you have any questions for me?
Not that I know, sir.
All right, thank you. Please go ahead and start your left your paperwork. Renee Cullen to the podium. Matthew Martinez to the chair. Name and date of birth, please.
Renee Cullen, 9/22/75.
Thank you. You're here today on an out-of-county warrant, so I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's June 26th. That's at the Pinal County Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by the judge down there. It's a $10,000 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out, you're just not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
All right, thank you. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Matthew Martinez to the podium. Douglas Taylor to the chair. Name and date of birth.
Matthew Martinez, 11/30/94.
Thank you. You're here today on a probation violation warrant and a Superior Court arrest warrant. Let me talk to you about your new felony warrant first. Probable cause was previously found for 2 counts of aggravated DUI, driving on a suspended license, class 4 felony. This is alleged to have occurred back on April 28th of 2025. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are June 29th and July 2nd in the Downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by your trial judge. It's a $5,000 secured appearance bond. You also have a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court date is June 30th in the Downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by your probation violation judge. It's a $500 secured appearance bond. So total $5,500. If you're able to bond out on both matters, you're going to be placed on supervised release. You've got to be alcohol tested and monitored every week. You're not to return to the scene of the original crime. No contact with any victim or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most importantly, if you bond out, you got to contact your PEO within 3 days. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
All right, thank you. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Douglas Taylor to the podium. Stephen Skolniak to the chair. Name and date of birth, please.
Douglas Taylor, 10/16/1976.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant. Probable cause was previously found for criminal trespass in the first degree, class 6 felony. This was alleged to have occurred back on January 6th of 2024. I'm assigning you counsel. Your next court dates are June 29th and July 2nd in the Downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by your trial judge. It's a $5,000 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the original crime, no contact with any victim or witness, and you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Do you have any questions for me, sir? Thank you. Please touch your left your paperwork. Stephen Skolniak to the podium. Thomas Robinson to the chair. Name and date of birth, please.
Stephen Skolniak, March 23rd, 1998.
Thank you. You're here today on 2 probation violation warrants and a Superior Court new case. Let me talk to you about your new case. You've been arrested for possession of narcotic drugs, class 4 felony, possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, class 4 felony, possession of a weapon in a drug offense, class 4 felony, failure to admit to carrying a deadly weapon, class 1 misdemeanor. I found probable cause and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are June 29th and July 2nd in the Downtown Superior Court, setting a placeholder bond of $50. Then you also have 2 probation violation warrants. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court date on both of those is June 30th in the Downtown Superior Court. I'm setting secured appearance bonds of $1,000 on each of your probation violations.
How many probation violations?
So your grand total is $2,050 secured appearance for all 3 cases. If you're able to bond out on all 3 matters, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you got to contact your PO within 3 days. Do you have any questions for me?
Is it 10%? of the bond?
You can use a bond company. It's not just 10%. It's between 10 and 15% nowadays. Plus you got to pay fees on top of that too. So people forget about the fees. All right. Any other questions?
No, sir.
All right. Thanks. Please go ahead and step to your left your paperwork. Thomas Robinson to the podium. David Hurley to the chair.
Here we are.
Name and date of birth, please.
Thomas Daniel Robinson, March 4th, 1986.
Thank you. You are here today on 3 failure to appear warrants. I'm not assigning you a new attorney. You're going to go back to your original attorney. Your next court dates are June 29th, June 30th, and July 2nd in the Downtown Superior Court. You have secured appearance bonds of $500, $250, and $500, so total $1,250 secured appearance for all 3 cases. If you're able to bond out on all 3 matters, you're not to return to the scene of the original crime, no contact with any victim or witness, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. You must obey any orders of protection that are put out against you. Most importantly, if you bond out, you got to contact your PO within 3 days. Do you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. Please go ahead and step to your left for your paperwork. David Hurley to the podium. Roman Harleshin to the chair. Name and date of birth, please.
10/30/1967.
Your name, please.
David Wayne Hurley.
Thank you. You're here today on a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is June 30th in the Downtown Superior Court. Setting a secured appearance bond of $500. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you got to contact your PO within 3 days. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
All right, sir. Please go ahead and step to your left for your paperwork. Roman Harleshin to the podium. Ryan Wilson to the chair. Name and date of birth, please.
1/14/72, Roman Harleshin.
Thank you. Apologize for mispronouncing your last name there. All right, sir, you're here today on 2 probation violation warrants. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is June 30th in the Downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by your probation violation judge. It's $250 on each one for a total of $500 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out on both matters, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you got to contact your PO within 3 days. Have any questions for me? All right, thank you. Please go ahead and step to your left for your paperwork. Ryan Wilson to the podium. Hubert Snell to the chair. Name and date of birth.
Ryan Keith Wilson, 12/27/2004.
You're here today on a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's June 30th in the Downtown Superior Court. Affirming the bond set by a probation violation judge, $500 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you got to contact your PO within 3 days. Have any questions for me? All right, go ahead and step to your left. Hubert Snell to the podium. Carmen Caldwell to the chair. Please remove your arms out your sleeves. Name and date of birth.
Hubert Snell, 12/4/85.
Thank you. You're here today on a probation violation warrant. I'm signing counsel. Your next court date's June 30th in the Downtown Superior Court. From setting a secured appearance bond of $750. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you got to contact your PO within 3 days. Do you have any questions for me? Carmen Caldwell to the podium. Carlos Tejas to the chair. Name and date of birth.
Carmen Caldwell, 10/10/69.
Thank you. You're here today on a municipal court warrant. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court date's June 30th at the Surprise City Court. I'm affirming the bond. It's a $500 cash bond. That's on top of your other bond in your felony case. If you're able to bond out on all your matters, you're not to return to the scene of the original crime, no contact with any victim or witness, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. You must obey any orders of protection put out against you. Any questions for him? Thank you. Please step to your left. Carlos Tejas to the podium. Gavin McCurdy to the chair. Name and date of birth.
Carlos Alberto Tellez Rodea, February 27/93.
Thank you. You're here today on a justice court warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is June 26th. That's at the White Tank Justice Court. Sir, I'm going to reduce your bond down to $100.
How much?
100.
500?
I'm going to reduce it down to 100.
Okay.
If you're able to bond out, you're just not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Do you have any questions?
No.
All right, thank you. Please start your left for your paperwork. Gavin McCurdy to the podium. Jackie Hutton to the chair.
Morning, Your Honor.
Morning. Name and date of birth, please.
Gavin Wayne McCurdy, February 22nd, 1982.
Thank you. You're here today on a justice court warrant. I'm assigning you counsel. Your next court date's June 26th at the Santan Justice Court. Sir, I'm going to reduce your bond down to $100. If you're able to bond out, you're just not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah. No, I guess not.
All right.
So I just completed like 4 months of treatment Friday. I'm trying to get my life together. That's why I came here to turn. I had 24 hours to do. I didn't know I had a warrant. You know what I mean? I got a job lined up. Like on the 13th, I started CBI. I can't afford $100 bond. That's going to wreck my whole life. You know?
You're here on a page 2. What else did they bring you in for, sir?
I had to do 24 hours for reckless driving from 2024. I tried to turn myself in 2 years ago, but my blood pressure was too high. They wouldn't allow me in the jail, so I'm taking care of it now. I didn't even know I had this warrant.
So yeah, this warrant was back in. Warrant was in 2025. Where were you at December 25, sir?
I believe I was in Purpose Healing, and I've been at New Freedom since then.
Because the thing is, so you were brought in on this November 25.
Yeah,
My colleague, Commissioner Dyer, she let you out OR on the first day, and she probably told you if you don't show up to court, they're going to put out a warrant for you. You got all your paperwork back in November.
I don't recall. I mean, I'm sure she did, but
I mean, I have it right here. I mean, you were let out OR the first time on this, the driving unsuspended, and then, sir, how you getting around? Do you still have your license back or no?
No, that's what I'm working on getting. That's how come I had to come do that 24 hours, and I'm trying to take care of a couple different issues with it elsewhere.
All right.
Just trying to fix the wreckage of my past, you know?
Sir, go ahead and have a seat. Let me think about it, all right?
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Jackie Hutton to the podium. Alexander Gomez to the chair. Actually, 1 second, please. These guys get moved down. Sorry, Mr. Hutton. I apologize. Could you go back and have a seat? Calvin Gorman to the podium, and then Jackie Hutton to the chair.
What are you ordering?
Name and date of birth, please.
Calvin Gorman, 12/28/1994.
Thank you. You're here today on the Superior Court new case and 2 probation violation warrants. Let me talk to you about your new case. You've been arrested for theft of means of transportation, Class 3 felony, and criminal damage, Class 6 felony. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are June 29 and July 2nd in the downtown Superior Court, setting a placeholder bond of $50. You also have 2 probation violation warrants. I'm assigning you counsel on both of those. On both of them, your next court date's June 30th in the downtown Superior Court. I'm finding probable cause on new term 1 violations on each one. Each one has a $1,000 secured appearance bond. So I have a total $2,050 secured appearance for all 3 cases. If you're able to bond out on all 3 matters, you're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you got to contact your PEO within 3 days. Do you have any questions for me?
No, Your Honor.
All right, sir, if you want to please step to your left for your paperwork. Jackie Hutton to the podium, Alexander Gomez to the chair. Name and date of birth, please.
Jackie Dwayne Hutton Jr., 8/20/95.
Thank you. You're here today on the Superior Court new case. 1 second here. Return, please. You're here today on the Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for aggravated DUI, Class 4 felony, exceeding the posted speed by more than 20 miles per hour, Class 3 misdemeanor. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are July 8th and July 10th in the downtown Superior Court. Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you today. There's going to be a lot of conditions to your release. Okay. You're going to be on supervised release. You're going to be alcohol and drug tested and monitored every week. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. You can't drive a motor vehicle with anyone under the age of 18 in that vehicle. And actually, you can't operate any type of motor vehicle, including e-bikes and e-scooters.
Okay.
Do you understand all these conditions?
Yes.
You promise to follow all these conditions?
Yes, sir.
Promise to appear on July 8th and 10th in the downtown Superior Court?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand if you don't show up, they'll issue a warrant for your arrest?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any weapons you need to give up?
No.
Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you to the supervision of pretrial services. Sir, it's your responsibility to call pretrial services. You got to call them once you're out of custody today or tomorrow during normal business hours.
Okay.
If you don't call pretrial services, you could end up back here. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Do you have any questions for me?
No, I don't.
All right, thank you. Go ahead and start your left for your paperwork. Alexander Gomez to the podium, Jay White to the chair.
Greetings, sir.
Name and date of birth, please.
12/18/91.
Your name, please.
Oh, Alexander Michael Gomez, 12/18/91.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for narcotic possession or narcotic drugs for sale, Class 4 felony, possession of dangerous drugs for sale, Class 4 felony. Sir, today I'm not finding probable cause on both those charges. I need to warn you that just because I don't find probable cause today doesn't mean that the prosecutor's office can't find it at a later time.
Okay.
So I don't want you to think that these charges are necessarily going to go away forever. Do you understand that, sir?
I do. Thank you, sir.
All right, so just in case they charge you, I'm going to assign you an attorney. You're going to have court dates.
Okay.
Your next court dates are July 8th and July 10th in the downtown Superior Court. Sir, do you promise to appear on those 2 dates?
I do.
Do you understand if you don't show up, they can issue a warrant for your arrest?
I do indeed.
All right, sir. Upon your promise to appear, sir, you're going to be released today with no probable cause found on these charges at this time. But you do have court dates on July 8th and July 10th. Do you have any questions for me?
No questions, sir.
All right, go ahead and step to your left your paperwork. Jay White to the podium, Arturo Rivera to the chair. Name and date of birth, please.
Jay White, 5/8/1991.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for possession of dangerous drugs for sale, Class 2 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. Sir, at this time, I'm not finding probable cause as to the possession of dangerous drugs for sale, Class 2 felony. I need to give you the same warning, though, sir, that just because I don't find probable cause today doesn't mean that the prosecutor's office won't find it at a later time or put on different charges on you. So I don't want you to think that this charge is necessarily going to go away forever. Do you understand that, sir?
Understood.
All right. I am finding probable cause as to the possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. So I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are July 8th and July 10th in the downtown Superior Court. Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you today. There's going to be some conditions to your release. You're going to be on supervised release. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Do you understand all these conditions?
Understood.
You promise to follow all these conditions?
Yes, sir.
Promise to appear on July 8th and 10th in the downtown Superior Court?
Yes.
Do you understand if you don't show up, they'll issue a warrant for your arrest?
Yes, sir.
Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you to the supervision of pretrial services. Sir, it's your responsibility to call pretrial services once you're out. You have to call them today or tomorrow during normal business hours. If you fail to call pretrial services, you could end up back here. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Looked like you had a question for me.
I do. The whole reason that this happened was because of a misdemeanor warrant from 10 years ago before when I went to prison. This was the whole reason for the probable cause and everything, because it wasn't quashed when it should have been taken care of. Now this is what's going on because that was what they used for their probable cause.
What's your question, sir?
So what's going to happen with this warrant is for the misdemeanor warrant.
Sir, I have no idea. Is it a City of Phoenix warrant?
Yeah, the Phoenix Court.
All right, sir. So after you're done here, you're going to go see the Phoenix. I have nothing to do with Phoenix City warrant. You're going to see him next door.
All right.
All right, sir. Any other questions?
No, sir.
All right. Go ahead and accept your left your paper.
Thank you.
Reprint 16, please. Arturo Rivera to the podium. Gavin McCurdy to the chair. Name, date of birth.
September 9, 2004.
Your name.
Arturo Ramirez Rivera.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for criminal damage, a Class 4 felony, and found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are July 8th and July 10th in the downtown Superior Court. Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you today. There's going to be a lot of conditions to your release. You're going to be on supervised release. You're going to be alcohol tested and monitored every
Just alcohol.
week. Just alcohol for now. Should I add anything else?
Oh, I'm just asking, sir.
All right, just alcohol for now. You're not to return to the scene of the crime. No contact with any victim or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. You can't drive a motor vehicle with anyone under the age of 18 in that vehicle. You understand all these conditions?
Yeah, I understand, sir.
Do you promise to follow all these conditions?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes or no?
I say yes, I will follow my conditions.
Do you promise to appear on July 8th and July 10th in the downtown Superior Court?
Mm-hmm.
I need to hear yes or no.
My bad. I cannot really hear nothing, sir. I have bad hearing.
Sir, do you promise to appear on July 8th and July 10th in the downtown Superior Court?
I will be there.
Do you understand if you don't show up, they'll issue a warrant for your arrest?
Yeah.
Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you to the supervision of pretrial services.
Okay.
Sir, it's your responsibility to call pretrial services once you're out of custody. You have to call them today or tomorrow during normal business hours. If you don't call pretrial services, you could end up back here. Do you understand that?
Are they going to give me their phone number?
The phone number is going to be in your paperwork. Do you understand? Okay. If you don't call them, you could end up back here?
Yeah, I understand that.
All right. Do you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
All right. Go ahead and accept your left your paperwork. Gavin McCurdy to the podium. Kendall Stingley to the chair. All right, can you please restate your name and date of birth?
Gavin Wayne McCurdy, February 22nd, 1982.
All right, sir. I looked over your record. I'm going to give you one last shot at this. All right, sir?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so at this point, I'm not assigning you an attorney because for this type of charge, you don't get a free attorney. You can hire your own attorney if you want one. Do you understand that, sir?
I understand.
Next court date's actually now, it's gonna be July 7th at the Santan Justice Court. Upon your promise to appear, I'm gonna release you today. Same conditions of release. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Do you understand all these conditions?
Yes, Your Honor.
Promise to follow all these conditions?
Absolutely.
Promise to appear on July 7th at the Santan Justice Court?
I do.
Do you understand if you don't show up, they'll issue a warrant for you?
I do.
Another warrant?
Yes.
Sir, you can't drive. How are you gonna get out there?
I'll have my brother take me.
All right? You
Yeah.
sure?
Yeah, it's in Chandler, right?
Santan?
I think it's in Chandler. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's somewhere East Valley.
Yeah.
All right, sir. Upon your promise to appear, I'm gonna release you on your own recognizance. Do you have any questions for me?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Make sure to show up to court and take care of your stuff. All right, sir?
I will.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Kendall Stingley to the podium, Adrian Yazzie to the chair. Kendall Stingley. Name and date of birth.
4/26/1998.
Your name, please.
Kendall Stingley.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for aggravated domestic violence, a Class 5 felony, criminal damage, Class 2 misdemeanor. I found probable cause and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are July 8th and July 10th in the downtown Superior Court. Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you today. There's going to be a lot of conditions to your release, though. You're going to be on supervised release. You're going to have an electronic ankle monitor. You're not to return to the scene of the crime. No contact with any victim or witness. You can't live at the same location as the victims. So you're going to have, if you live there, you're going to have to move out. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. You must obey any orders of protection that are put out against you. And you may have no contact with the victims whatsoever, including electronically or through third parties, even if they contact you first. You're warned that a violation of a no victim contact order can lead to further felony charges. Sir, do you understand all these conditions? I need to hear a yes or no.
Yes.
Do you promise to follow all these conditions?
Yes.
Promise to appear on July 8th and July 10th in the downtown Superior Court?
I mean, if I can remember.
You're going to have the paperwork. That's why I told you at the beginning, you got to keep and save your paperwork. It has all your court dates. So you promise to appear on July 8th and July 10th in the downtown Superior Court? I need to hear yes or no, sir.
Yes.
Do you understand if you don't show up, they'll issue a warrant for your arrest?
Yes.
Do you have any weapons you need to give up?
No.
And, sir, were you living at the location where you were arrested?
Yes.
Do you have someplace else to go?
No.
All right. So, sir, back at the facility, before you get out, you can either ask for some information. There's information for shelters here in the valley for situations like this. Go ahead and give some of those shelters a call. It's going to take a few hours to get you processed out of here. Call some of those shelters, see which one has availability for you. You can go to one of those places. All right, sir?
Yeah.
All right. Sir, upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you to the supervision of pretrial services. It's going to be your responsibility to call pretrial services once you're out. You have to call them today during normal business hours once you're released. If you fail to call pretrial services, you could end up back here. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes.
All right. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
All right. Want to go ahead and please step to your left for your paperwork. Adrian Yazzie to the podium, Miko Monroy to the chair. Name and date of birth, please.
06/13/1989.
Your name, please.
Adrian Louis Yazzie.
Thank you. You're here today on the Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for possession of dangerous drugs, Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. I found probable cause and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are July 8th and 10th in the downtown Superior Court.
Again?
Possession of dangerous drugs, Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. Your next court dates are July 8th and July 10th in the downtown Superior Court. Upon a promise to appear, sir, I'm going to release you. There's going to be some conditions to your release. You're going to be on supervised release. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Do you understand all these conditions?
Yeah, but I don't have it on my paper.
You're gonna get new paperwork, all right, sir? So do you understand all these conditions?
Yeah,
You promise to follow all these conditions?
yes,
Promise to appear on July 8th and 10th in the downtown Superior Court?
yeah,
Do you understand if you don't show up, they'll issue a warrant for you?
yeah.
All right. Let's see. Upon a promise to appear, I'm going to release you to the supervision of pretrial services. Sir, you got to call pretrial services once you're out. You got to call them today or tomorrow during normal business hours. If you don't call pretrial services, you could end up back here. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
All right. Any questions for me?
No.
All right. Go ahead and accept your left your paperwork, sir. Vico Monroy to the podium. Name and date of birth, please.
Michael Monroy, 32599.
Thank you. I apologize for mispronouncing your first name.
It's okay, sir.
Sir, you're here today on a fugitive of justice warrant and 2 out-of-county warrants. So let me talk to you about your out-of-county warrants first.
Yes, sir.
First one, I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is June 26th. That's at the Holbrook Justice Court.
Mm-hmm.
I'm affirming the bond set by the judge up there. It's a $1,500 secured appearance bond. Sir, on your second one, I'm also assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is also on June 26th. That's at the Coconino County Superior Court.
Flagstaff, right?
Up in Flagstaff.
Okay.
Sir, at the request of the judge up there, you're going to be held non-bondable due to a violation of your probation up there, sir.
Okay.
So you're going to be held non-bondable on that one. You have a $1,500 secured appearance bond on your second one. They're both up in northern Arizona.
Okay.
All right, sir. That kind of complicates what you got next. You have a fugitive of justice warrant. That's a fancy term for an extradition warrant. Looks like New Mexico wants you back.
Okay.
All right, sir. So if you decide to do nothing today, you're going to have at least a fugitive of justice hearing here set on July 6th here in Maricopa County at 1:30 downtown Superior Court.
Okay.
That one, you have a $25,000 cash bond.
Okay.
That's on top of, you can't get out because of your Arizona stuff anyway.
Okay.
Sir, did the deputies give you that white card to read?
Yeah.
No, that bigger white card. Did he
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I
All right.
understand it.
Did you have a chance to read it?
Yes.
Did you understand what it was saying?
Yes.
All right. Have you been through this process before?
This court?
To New Mexico. Have you been extradited before back to New Mexico?
Mm.
No? All right.
No.
So I'll give you the basics on what your choices are today.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sir. So here's the thing. If you choose to have your extradition hearing on July 6th,
Mm-hmm.
if you lose that hearing, New Mexico, they're going to have 60 to 90 days to come and get you after July 6th.
Okay.
Here's the problem, though. You got to finish up all your Arizona cases first.
Okay.
So that 60 to 90 days doesn't start until you're done with all your northern Arizona cases up in Flag and Holbrook.
Yes.
All
Yes,
right.
Your Honor.
So your second option, though, is to waive your hearing or give up your hearing.
Mm-hmm.
If you give up your hearing, you're held non-bondable, which you're non-bondable anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But then in exchange for that, New Mexico has to come get you starting, and they have to come get you within 30 days from today. Normally it's from today, but you got the same problem. It's 30 days from when you finish up all your Arizona cases.
Okay.
And so usually people they waive their hearing and take 30 days because it's quicker.
Mm-hmm.
But then in your situation, because you have your Arizona cases going on, you have no idea when that stuff is going to get finished up.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can't tell you what to do. What I can tell you, only thing I can tell you is that normally people in your position that have Arizona cases going on, they usually have their hearing and see how everything kind of pans out.
Okay.
And then if they're going to get extradited later, they're going to get extradited later anyway.
Okay.
So those are your two options, sir. You can either choose to have your hearing on July 6th or choose to waive it or give it up. You're going to be held non-bondable anyway, whether it's down here or up in Flag.
So my first, should I go with the first one or what? The first one?
That's up to you. I mean, the choice is totally yours. I'm just letting you know what your options are, sir.
Mm.
So you can choose to fight your hearing on July 6th and not try not to get extradited back to New Mexico.
I choose the first option. I want honor.
You want to try to fight it?
Yeah, I'll try to fight it.
All right, sir. So at this point, then I will affirm your July 6th fugitive justice hearing at 1:30 p.m. downtown Superior Court. I'll affirm the $25,000 cash bond requested by the state of New Mexico.
Okay.
I'm also affirming your other release conditions, though. You're non-bondable out of Coconino County, and you have a $1,500 secured appearance bond out of Holbrook.
Okay.
All right, sir. Do you have any other questions for me?
So that means I'm released, right?
No, sir. You're not getting out. There's zero chance you getting out because you're non-bondable because of your Coconino County case.
Okay.
And then plus you got 25 grand cash on the New Mexico case.
Okay.
So did you not understand that before, sir?
I did, yeah. I did, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any other questions for me?
No, sir.
All right, sir. If you want to wait there for 1 second, we got to print out your paperwork. All right.
Okay.
Thank you. While we're waiting for that printout, I have to visit one individual back at their cell. They pose a risk of harm to themselves or to others. Yvonne Perez, date of birth 9/25/1986, here on 2 probation violation warrants. I'm assigning counsel. Next court date's June 30th in the downtown Superior Court. She has 2 secured appearance bonds of $500 each, total $1,000 secured appearance. If she's able to bond out in both matters, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, must contact her PO within 3 days. After visiting with her back at herself and to make any changes to her release conditions, I'll come back on the record to make those changes. Can we please clear the courtroom? Thank you. Melissa Campagna to the podium, please. Can I please get appearances starting with the state?
Thank you, Honor. Brooke on behalf of the state.
Thank you. Can I please have your full name and date of birth?
Melissa Campagna, 10/10/1990.
Thank you. And before we proceed, Ms. Gaunt, do you have a motion?
Yes, Your Honor. The state is asking to seal the Form 4 because it contains personally identifiable information regarding the minor victims.
All right, thank you. Upon motion by the state and good cause appearing, I will be sealing the Form 4 in this matter. Ms. Gaunt, would you like to stay to make a recommendation?
Yes, sir.
All right. Ms. Campagna, you're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for 2 counts of child abuse, Class 4 felony, 2 counts of aggravated assault on a minor, Class 6 felony, 1 count of disorderly conduct, Class 1 misdemeanor. I found probable cause and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are June 29th and July 2nd in the downtown Superior Court. Ms. Gaunt, your recommendation, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state's asking for a $15,000 secured appearance bond. Ms. Campagna was acting erratically in a parking lot while she was caring for her 2 children, ages 13 and 4. The public was concerned, and other bystanders, that she appeared to be under the influence. When a relative arrived to take custody of the children, she grabbed the older child in a chokehold and violently grabbed the 4-year-old child's arm to prevent the children from going into the care of the relative. She has 3 prior felony convictions from the state of Colorado. Our understanding is that she does not have stable housing at this time, and she does appear to have a substance abuse issue. We are concerned that she is a significant safety risk to the children, Your Honor.
Thank you. Your pen, please. Ma'am, did you hear what the prosecutor had to say?
Yes, may I speak, Your Honor?
All right, so well, 1 second. So did you hear my little talk before everything started about not talking about the facts of the case?
Yes, I did, Your Honor, but
All
I
right,
would like
so
to speak.
well, I'll give you a chance. So here's the thing. Everything here is video recorded, okay?
I know.
And now I'm not your defense counsel.
I
If you
understand.
want to talk about the facts of the case,
Yes,
that's appropriate to talk about the facts of the case with them. So without talking about the facts or circumstances of your case, do you want to let me know what you believe your release condition should be? Because that's what we're going to be talking about right now.
Okay.
So now's your chance. Want to let me know what you believe your release condition should be?
Your Honor, I love my children more than anything in the world. I've recovered and recovered and recovered. I know I'm here in a different state I know nothing of. I would never abuse my children. I have done 2 DHS cases with my other one. I am a fit parent. I am not on drugs. I do smoke a little weed here and there. I am in treatment.
So ma'am, let's not
Hold
talk
on.
about their stuff that
I'm
you're
in
doing
treatment.
outside of court.
I'm in
okay?
I'm in psych treatment, so we're kind of fluctuating with some psych meds. I haven't, like I've been weaning off of antidepressants. I do have a stable place of living. I don't have a job right now because of the medicine control we're doing with my psych doctor. I am trying to figure out a new job and where I want to go because, well, I don't really want to do my old job. So I'm trying to spend time with my girls while she's not in school. I just got her back 50-50. I would not ever ruin that. She's big. I can't hold her. But when someone else grabs me and pulls me and I'm like this, my daughter, 4-year-old, had corn in her mouth. She is allergic to corn. Has a 7 scale of 1 to 10 in a blood test. Hold on, Your Honor, please.
No, ma'am.
Please.
Ma'am,
I love her to where, please, Your Honor. I love my babes. I love them a lot. I would never put them inappropriately in any way. I haven't been in jail in a really long time, and I want to prove that to you that I can still do that. And I would really please like a PR bond. I don't have that money she's saying, and I don't have the money you're requesting. I'm new to this state. I will show you I can do it. I have not done it.
So ma'am, it sounds like you didn't say the words, but it sounds like you would like me to release you. That's what you want me to do today?
I'd like you to release me on a personal recognizance bond, please, Your Honor. I have been really, really, really good. I would never touch my baby like that. That's my girl.
So ma'am,
Sorry, hold on.
in this situation here standing before me right now, in this situation standing before me right now while you're talking to me, I have no doubt that you love your girls. I don't know. I have no idea. I wasn't there. I was there to see what happened. But in the police report that I have before me, your girls were scared of you.
No, my baby was not. She was not.
Ma'am, it's my turn. I let you talk. It's my turn to talk.
She had a...
Ma'am?
Okay, can I talk after? I'm sorry.
Maybe.
Okay.
So in the police report that I have before me, when I had to decide whether there was probable cause or not, your children were afraid of the actions that you were taking. And they were actually afraid of you. And then there were multiple witnesses there that showed you allegedly mishandling your children.
I shake because I'm scared.
I understand.
It's PTSD.
So those are some things I need to consider. I also need to consider your prior criminal history. And I also need to consider that the fact that there are 2 minor victims in this case, one of them being 4 years old.
Yeah, that's my baby. We're bonded together to where, Your Honor.
I hear you, ma'am. But here's the thing. These are all the things that I had to consider.
Afraid of
ma'am.
her wasn't even her grandmother touching her.
Ma'am, it's still my
So she
turn.
doesn't even know her. I'm sorry. She was scared. She
Okay.
doesn't know her.
No, that's not why she was scared.
No, yes, that is why she was scared. There was a man grabbing me and a woman she doesn't know grabbing her. That was not her grandmother. They are two different families.
So here's the
The
thing,
little one is mine and only mine,
Ma'am.
and the big one is theirs. And
ma'am, please.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, that's my little girl. That's my baby. Nobody else's, and I'm not gonna let somebody
So
else
there are
grab
multiple-
her like that.
So here are the multiple witnesses that were concerned for your children as well.
Don't care about multiple witnesses, Your Honor. You are the judge. You will decide whether or not, you're
Okay.
gonna give me this or this. I will go drug test for you, sober out there. I will.
So this
Still
is
you-
what I'm gonna do. And I really wish that you hadn't said about the other things that you're doing outside of this court, like I
I'm not
asked you not to
doing
do.
anything wrong, Your Honor.
So here's
It's
the
all
thing.
legal. Like, I will prove to
I'm
you.
assigning you an
drug court.
attorney. I'm gonna assign you an attorney. Again, your next court dates are June 29th and July 2nd of the Downtown Superior Court. Based upon everything that I heard, ma'am, I'm not gonna set a bond as high as what the state is asking for, but I am setting
Mhm.
I'm setting a $5,000 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out, you're gonna be on supervised release, and you're gonna have an electronic ankle monitor.
Ankle monitor.
Furthermore, if you bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the arrest. You're to have no contact with any victims or witnesses, no contact with any minors, including your children.
So you're putting a restraining order on my children?
I am.
Why? Are you kidding me? That's my baby girl. She needs me.
You may
The
not
older
re-
one I've lived with without 8 years. She's her daddy.
You may not reside at the same location. If you bond out, you cannot live at the same
That's
location
fine. I
as
already got a
any other
different place.
victims. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol.
Don't.
You can't drive a motor vehicle with anyone under the age of 18 in that vehicle. And you may have no contact with victims, including electronically or through third parties, even if they contact you first. You're warned that a violation of a no victim contact order can lead to further felony charges. Is there anything further, Ms. Goff?
No.
Ma'am, do you have any further questions for me?
No, Your Honor. I think I just deserve some respect.
Yeah, please be seated.
Okay, perfect. Let me do it. I have the interpreter on the line.
Okay, thank you very much. Can the interpreter hear me?
The interpreter can hear you. Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And I think we only have one defendant. Officer, does he have the headphones already? Oh, she's getting over with the headphones. I'll wait for 1 second. Yeah, and he can come in, officer. All right. This is the initial appearance calendar for 11 a.m. on June 23rd, 2026. The court's orders for the taking of fingerprints and DNA samples made on the 2 a.m. calendar on the first of the month will also apply to these hearings. I'm going to read the victim's rights advisement now in the event there are any victims observing the proceedings, either here in the building or remotely. If you are the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised that you have rights under Arizona law that, among others, include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present at all court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or the defendant's attorney, to be heard. I can hear myself feeding back in the meeting, maybe. My mic is muted, and so is the. Okay, I just want to make sure it's not. You hear the echo? I show that I'm muted and my speaker is off.
Oh, I don't know what I do.
No, yeah, this one, yeah, no. Okay, check. Okay, I think that fixed it. Okay, thank you. All right. All right, my apologies. I believe I left off with victims have the right to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling and sentencing, and the right to receive restitution from a person who is convicted of causing you loss. If you have not already been provided with a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office. All right, Mr. Munoz, can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Wilson Munoz Valle.
Wilson
Concealed.
Munoz Valle.
11 de octubre de 1981.
October 11th of 1981.
Thank you. You have been arrested on allegations of possessing narcotic drugs, that is a class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, which is a class 6 felony. There is probable cause for those offenses. I am appointing a lawyer to represent you for all further proceedings. I'm scheduling 2 court dates for you. The first one is a status conference on July 8th, which is 1 week from the So 2 weeks, 2 weeks from tomorrow, July 8th at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court. Your preliminary hearing is scheduled for Friday, July 10th in the same court, and that address and the dates will be on your paperwork. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance to come to court. If you miss a court date, there will be a warrant issued for your arrest, and you will most likely have to post a money bond to guarantee that you won't do it again. So don't miss your court dates. You'll have a meeting with the lawyer when you get there on July 8th. If you'll step to your left, the officer has your paperwork and you can give her the headphones. Thank you.
Muchas gracias, juez. Dios la bendiga, feliz día.
Thank you very much, Your Honor, and God bless you.
All right. And ma'am, could you make a quick call for other people who might need your services?
Of
Thank
course.
you.
¿Alguien más aquí quien necesite el servicio de traducción al español? Que levanten la mano.
Okay, no hands. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you, you too.
All right, let's continue, please, with Mr. Zamora, Edward Zamora. If you come to the podium after that, Armando Gomez. Will you go to the chair? You'll be next. All right, good morning, sir. May I have your full name and your date of birth?
Edward J. Zamora, 2/5/1972.
All right, thank you, Mr. Zamora. You were arrested on the following allegations: unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle, that's a Class 5 felony; endangerment, driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs while impaired to the slightest degree. Both of those are Class 1 misdemeanors, the endangerment and the DUI; reckless driving, which is a Class 2 misdemeanor; and criminal speeding, which is a Class 3 misdemeanor. There is probable cause for all of those crimes, and I am appointing a lawyer to represent you. You have 2 court dates coming up. The first is the status conference on June 29th, which is this coming Monday at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court. Your preliminary hearing will be Thursday, July 2nd at 8:30 in the same court. The dates and the address will be on your paperwork. Based on your criminal history and what you've been accused of, bond is set in your case at $10,000. That is secured. If you bond out, be sure to comply with all of your written conditions. Don't miss your court dates or you'll lose that bond money and there'll be a warrant issued for your arrest. If you please step to your left, the officer has your paperwork. Mr. Gomez? And then Ashley Ellis, will you please go to the chair? Hello, sir. May I have your full name and your date of birth?
Armando Gomez, 01/21/04.
All right, thank you. You're here on a new case. You were arrested for one allegation of unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle. That's a Class 5 felony, and there is probable cause for that offense. You were also booked in on one allegation of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony. Based on my review of your 2 felony cases, however, I believe you are no longer a prohibited possessor, meaning one case was expunged or the judgment was set aside. The other case was designated a misdemeanor. I did give the county attorney a heads up that I was not planning to find probable cause in case they wanted to argue another basis for you being prohibited, but they did not want to argue it. So here's what happens. It's not dismissed because we don't dismiss charges out of this court, but I don't find probable cause for it, which just means I'm ignoring it for purposes of release condition. And on these facts, I find that the presence of the weapon does not in any way change the court's decision, meaning it wasn't really a factor in the unlawful flight offense. So in any event, but legally speaking and factually speaking, I'm ignoring the prohibited possessor accusation because I didn't find probable cause for it. You can talk to your lawyer about how that works. If the county attorney decides they think they have some legal basis to go forward, you'll find out from your lawyer. But as of this moment, they said they had nothing to argue that you are prohibited. So it's just the police who thought that. Now that we've looked at the dockets, neither I nor the on-duty county attorney today thinks you're prohibited. So talk to your lawyer. I just want you to understand, as far as we can tell, you're not a prohibited possessor. But the charge is just not dismissed because we don't do that here. So I am appointing a lawyer for you. You can talk to your lawyer more about all of that if the county attorney ever decides to go forward on it. It may just disappear. If they don't want to go forward on it, they just aren't going to file that formal charge. But so we're just talking about the unlawful flight, and there's very much probable cause for that. So your status conference is going to be June 29th, which is this Monday at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court with a preliminary hearing July 2nd at 8:30. Those dates are on your paperwork. Based on the unlawful flight alone, bond is set in your case at $5,000. That is secured. You have to post it to be released. If you bond out, comply with all of your written conditions. I did include no weapons, which I would do for anyone who's not prohibited, who is charged with unlawful flight, and there is a lengthy description of some seriously dangerous behavior. It's an allegation. You can talk to your lawyer about that. If you step to your left, she's going to give you your paperwork. Thank you. Ms. Ellis, Ashley Ellis, and Michaela Campbell, we go to the chair. Where's Ashley Ellis? Is she asleep? All right, Mr. Campbell, if you're ready, you can come in. We'll wake up Ashley and have her sit there. All right, right here, sir. Are you Mr. Campbell? Right here, sir. Yeah, podium. Okay. Can I have your full name and date of birth, please?
Michaela Campbell, September 1st, 92.
Okay, thanks. You're here on one new case and one probation warrant. In your new case, you were booked in for 3 things. I found probable cause for 2 of those, which is drug paraphernalia possession, a class 6 felony, and disorderly conduct, a class 1 misdemeanor. I did not find probable cause for purposes of this hearing only on the dangerous drug allegation because they accuse you of having 2 kinds of narcotics. They didn't, in Arizona, something is either a dangerous drug or a narcotic. If the cops pick wrong when they book you, there's no probable cause. So I would have found probable cause for narcotics, but they booked you wrong. So for purposes of this hearing only, I don't find probable cause on the dangerous drug allegations. As I told the last gentleman, you know, we don't dismiss charges. The county attorney could still go forward on dangerous if they say they got lab results that said something was, but practically speaking, they would go forward on a narcotic drug charge. So I don't mean to go too far down the road of specifics. I'm not finding probable cause on the dangerous drugs, just the paraphernalia and disorderly conduct. I am appointing a lawyer for you. You can talk to your lawyer more about all of this next week. Your next court date in this new case is going to be Monday, June 29th at 8:30 in the morning with a preliminary hearing on Thursday, July 3rd. You're also here on a probation warrant. You were in warrant status in your probation case. Back on April 24th, there was a petition to revoke your probation filed. It alleges that you violated terms 3 and 5. So I'm going to appoint a lawyer for you. It'll be the same person. I'm going to appoint a lawyer for you in your probation case also. And your court date is slightly different right now. It's in probation court on Tuesday, June 30th, which is 1 week from today, 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court. That's a revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing. And so eventually all the cases will start having the same court dates, but I just can't do that for you today.
Okay.
So I'm just going to affirm the bond in your probation warrant. It was $250. I'm not adding any bond to that based on the new arrest. I'm just going to affirm that bond. In the new case, though, you do need a small bond. We call it a placeholder bond to make sure that you're eligible for credit for time in custody and that they will transport you for court if you can't bond out on your probation case. So it's $50. So your total bond for the 2 cases is $300. If you bond out, don't miss any of your court dates. Call your PO within 72 hours. The main number is on your paperwork if you don't know it.
Okay.
Call them and they'll tell you who your PO is and get you connected.
Okay.
If you don't bond out, though, they'll take you over to court next week and you can just meet with your lawyer from there.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be on your paperwork. If you step to your left, she has that for you. Good luck, sir. Ms. Ellis, Ashley Ellis. And then Michael Romano, will you please go to the chair? Hello, ma'am. Can I have your full name and date of birth?
Ashley Nicole Ellis, 1981.
Okay, thanks. Let me see. Okay. Okay, you are here on 2 things. I believe it's a warrant in your probation case. I think the other one was a pending case or?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have one pending probation. Okay, let me tell you what they are. All right. And number 5 on, no, sorry. Number 8 on the calendar, let me double check. Yeah, that's a status conference. Okay. Number 8 is a pending case. You have not been convicted. You've been, one second. I apologize, just a second. Okay, I got very confused. Okay, I'm gonna have to, hey, officer, I need to reprint number 8. I thought that was a new case. Okay, sorry. It's not, it's a pending case. So number 8 is a 2026 for Ellis. It's the 2026 case. All righty, sorry. Okay, that was entirely my mistake. I thought it was a new case. It's a pending case. It is number 8. Yeah, the 2026 case. Yeah, that's a warrant. I thought it was a brand new case based on what was alleged to have happened at the Winco yesterday. It's not. It's a warrant for the pending case from May. Okay.
Yeah.
So in this case, there was a status conference on or about June 8th. So a couple weeks ago, you were not there and the warrant was issued for your arrest for failure to appear. You already have a lawyer. I'm going to reschedule that status conference for June 29th, which is this Monday at 8:30 in the morning, with the preliminary hearing on Thursday, June 2nd at 8:30. Hold on, I got one more case to do. Number 9 on the calendar is your probation warrant. Okay. On June 8th, it's for failing to appear at a non-witness violation hearing in a pending probation matter. That's being reset for 1 week from today. So Monday is the new case. Tuesday is the probation non-witness violation hearing, June 30th, 8:30 in the morning, along with a possible disposition hearing in that case. All right, I'm going to affirm the bond of the downtown judge in the pending case. That is $1,000 secured, and the bond of the probation judge, which is $500 secured. That's $1,500 total with release conditions. Now, what did you want to say?
Oh, no, I was confused about the whole probation revocation. I think it's called revocation. So when they gave me the paperwork, I knew about the date. The court's on the 8th, and I think it was the 10th. But there's a probation one that I didn't see, and they missed that one. And I had got a message from them that I needed a call, and I was going to call yesterday, but I was busy with my daughters all day yesterday. I didn't have time to call because they're on summer break right now. So I was going to call today to redo that because I got a message already saying to reschedule so that they could quash the warrant and make a new court hearing.
Well, I'm certainly not, I mean, that's not a factor before this court. You come in with what we call a max risk assessment score, which means other failures to appear. You've got municipal probation, municipal case. You came in on a new shoplifting allegation. So I'm not persuaded that any of what you told me is accurate. I'm looking at your probation notes as well. So you can talk to your lawyer about trying to persuade the other judges to let you out. But right now, at this point, your previous failures to appear and your criminal history and your allegedly poor performance on probation, all of that is working against you very much, meaning it makes these kinds of excuses,
it's not,
even if true. It's been 2 weeks, zero effort to contact your PO. So, ma'am, I know what I'm looking at, which is somebody who's not being successful on probation.
Yeah.
It does not in any way make me want to take a chance on you. So you'd have to post $1,500 to get out. If you do, call your PO within 72 hours of release. The main number is on your paperwork. There is zero excuse. They record in a note system that I can see. If a probationer so much as texts them or leaves them a message, they have to log it every single time. A million probationers like to say, oh, I called and left a message. And I've been in this business a long time dealing with probation. I believe that's always a lie because probation is very strict with their probation officers. If the probationer makes any attempt at contact, it gets logged.
So does prior APO mean prior assigned probation officer? Because it said on the message that they sent me that she's no longer my probation officer no more.
Yeah, well, you can raise that with them because there's also a main number. Even if you call your old one, they log it. I've seen that. Called my old one. I told her her new PO was blah, blah, blah. So what I'd like to tell people is eventually the train pulls into the station on your past behavior.
Yeah.
That's happening to you now. You don't have a lot of criminal history, but I do see you took an organized retail theft felony 14 years ago. So I believe you're struggling right now. I don't think you're public enemy number one. I also think there's very little chance you're going to be compliant if I give you a break. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not remotely going to do that. So go try that on the probation judge. You may well get reinstated and take a plea next week. I don't know. A lot of things could happen, but you do have a lawyer to help you. You are presumed innocent in the pending case, but you came up with a max risk assessment score, which means, and by the way, those misdemeanor no-shows, eventually they catch up with you, and they have for you. So now you're in a max risk assessment thing, which means there's nobody interested in giving you a break from missed court hearings. So talk to your lawyer about all of this, talk to your PO. My guess is you have every chance at a good outcome, meaning I wouldn't see you getting revoked to prison. That's entirely up to the probation judge, but you're in probation revocation proceedings. Prison's literally on the table and you're facing another charge right now and you're not showing up. That's all I need to know. So step to your left, take your paperwork. Mr. Romano? Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and date of birth?
Yes, Michael Romano, 52992.
Okay, thanks. So you're here on it's a failure to appear in a driving on suspended case, and it was issued in March, but the failure to appear was on February 24th, 2026, which coincidentally was the day you got arrested, from looking at the paperwork that night. You got arrested that night. So I'm releasing you because I saw you just went on probation.
Thank you.
So I put a note in there for the Justice Court saying,
Thank you.
you were out of custody. You could have gone to this court hearing. But in the meantime, you've been in jail all this time. You just went on probation. Hopefully, you're highly motivated not to pick up any warrant.
I am.
And you have a PO. So as I often do, I just put a note in here saying, I'm ordering you to tell your PO about this case and the court date within 72 hours. You have to call them within 72 anyway. So when you call them,
I'm on IPS and
it would be 24.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, no, it is 24. Yeah, don't pay attention to this. I didn't realize it was IPS.
Okay.
So when you call them, just say, hey, the judge told me to tell you I do have a Kyrene matter and my court date is July 13th at 9:30 in the morning. And that I just want you to tell your PO because your PO will help you keep track of it.
Perfect.
And not catch a warrant. Because it's a misdemeanor. It's a traffic misdemeanor. So go to court, comply with your probation. Good luck on probation.
Thank you.
Step to your left to get your paperwork.
Thank you.
Sure. Mr. McDaniel, Richard McDaniel. And then Brendan Wiggins. We go to the chair. Hi, sir. Can I have your full name and date of birth?
Richard McDaniel, 09/28 of 1992.
Okay, thanks. You're here on a warrant from West McDowell Justice Court, also in a driving on suspended license case. It's a failure to appear. It was issued September 24th of 2025, and it does appear to be the first warrant in this case. So I'm going to release you. You have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense, but we don't appoint one in this kind of case unless the state is asking for jail time, in which case the justice of the peace will consider whether you qualify for court-appointed counsel. But I'm not appointing a lawyer for you because I'm releasing you. Your court date is July 7th, which is 2 weeks from tomorrow. No, 2 weeks from today, July 7th, 1:30 in the afternoon, West McDowell Justice Court. This is how most people find out what happens if you blow off a traffic ticket. Assuming that you don't like jail, go to court, because if you miss it, you will get a warrant and we will be able to see that you came through the jail, you got this little speech, and you still did it again. In which case, you're going to get at least a small bond. Some people just affirm. The justice courts will ask for 500. Some people who do this job just say, great, 500. So it's so much easier to go to court. Just go, all right? Everything's on your paperwork, except to your left.
Thank you.
Sure. Mr. Wiggins? And then Scott Sheffield, we go to the chair. Hi, sir, can I have your full name and date of birth?
Brendan Michael Wiggins, June 16, 1998.
Okay, thanks. Mr. Wiggins, you're here on 2 warrants from Santan Justice Court. They both say that they are for failing to appear at a hearing to discuss your failure to pay restitution in 2 shoplifting cases. You've already been convicted in both. I'm going to give you a court date of July 7th, which is 2 weeks from today at 9 in the morning in the Santan Justice Court down in Chandler. And I looked back at the case info for yours. I saw that you've been through this court a couple times, and you end up with little bonds because I think you're in on something else. I've seen you at least once. My name was on there. I'm just going to release you today and just tell you, we can see with fine detail whether it was somebody at the ITR at this jail who released you. And if you just straight up fail to appear on July 7th, I'm giving you at least a $50 bond next time. Just go.
Thank you.
It looks like they were only asking, and they're asking for change, like $55.56 in one and $96.69 in the other, which suggests to me that's the total amount of the restitution because it's so specific.
It's small, yeah.
So you may really not owe them very much money. Even if you can't pay, show up, and then we don't have a reason to hold you. We don't hold people just for not paying. They'll issue a warrant for not paying, but you see, maybe you can get that taken care of. It isn't that much. I realize that might be way more than you have. I don't know. I'm just trying to explain. I don't want to hold you over $150, but if you won't go, I will. So just go. That's my speech. If I see my name on there again, I'll know I gave you the speech because I do it every time. So go on the 7th, even if you don't have money. At least then, if a month later you get picked up for failure to pay, you can go, please look, I did go. I will go to court. I just don't have any money.
Right.
And then I don't know if the person sitting here will be persuaded. I'm very persuaded in misdemeanor cases that as long as you show up for court, there is zero reason to hold you.
Thank you so much.
So if you'll step to your left to get your paperwork, don't lose it. Don't miss court, okay? Mr. Sheffield? Hi, sir. Can I have your full name and date of birth?
Scott Sheffield, 11-14-73.
Okay, thanks. Mr. Sheffield, you're here on a warrant from Encanto Justice Court. It's for failing to appear in a driving unsuspended license case. That's a class 1 misdemeanor. Your court date is going to be July 9th, which is 2 weeks from Thursday. July 9th, 1:30 in the afternoon. The address is on your paperwork. This is your first warrant in the case. I'm going to release you. Did you hear the speech I gave the last guy? Please go.
Yes,
Nobody needs to do any jail time on one of these unless, I mean, some people do it so much they do end up with jail time. But just show up and, you know, as long as you're showing up, they won't send out a warrant for you, et cetera. So
I'll be there. Thank you.
take your paperwork. Good luck. Okay, so officers, I've got 2 house calls and it looks like, Victor Flores, I got a note that he got isolated for starting fights in general population. But how come Marcus Porter's not here? What do you have for him, officer? I don't know about Marcus Porter. Do you know why he's isolated? Okay. Oh, okay. You're like, I'm the backup guy. Yeah.
I want to ask you a question. Romano?
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Go ahead, Mr. Romano, and then you guys can look up about Porter. But into the microphone, please, so it's captured. Okay, sir, what did you want to ask?
So I just realized right now, since July 13th, I believe I also have a court date on July 13th for my kids.
Okay, so here's what you do. I'm glad you asked.
Yeah.
I can't change it because we're locked into the dates Justice Court gives us, but you have the power of the telephone. And since it's just a money case, I think, isn't yours post-conviction? Let me look. Like, have you been convicted of this and this is failure to pay? Hold on.
Not yet, I don't think.
No, I think you haven't been convicted. Okay. Still, my understanding is the justice courts are pretty helpful, at least the first time, if you call and say, I have a different court date. And family court's going to be downtown Superior Court, right? Which the law says takes precedence. Like they sort of have to give you a new court date. So call them. The number should be at the top of your paperwork. Let me see.
The Chandler one?
It's Kyrene wait, am I looking at the person? Yeah, Kyrene Justice Court, and let me look at your release order. Yes, it's right up there, that 372-3400.
Just call them and
call them as soon as you get a chance.
Okay.
Well, I give it like 2 days to make sure the systems all update.
That's fine.
And that they even know about this.
Okay.
And then tell them exactly that. Call them. You know, they may. Yeah, there's a lot they can do.
Okay.
So just don't fail to call. That's what's going to turn into a warrant. Okay.
I'll also double check and make sure that if I can still get there, I'll get there. If the other court is in the afternoon, I'm not quite sure.
Well, right, but although we do tell people, don't assume you'll get out of court in time because stuff can go so slowly.
You're right.
So I would not guess that if you have if you have to be downtown in the afternoon, I don't know that there's any guarantee you're going to get out of there. So, better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
All right. If you step to your left, okay, good luck. All right. So officer, how come Marcus Porter is, ISO'd. I know about Flores. I had a note on him about fighting with other inmates. How about Marcus Porter? How?
Not following the orders from the.
Okay, all right, thanks. So I do have information that Mr. Porter and Mr. Flores were isolated by the sheriff's office as potential risks to themselves or others. So I'm going to go conduct their initial appearances in-house in person immediately after this recording. I'll advise Marcus Allen Robert Porter, born 7/9 of 98, that he's here on 2 probation warrants because there were petitions to revoke his probation filed in both of his probation cases on April 6th. Those allege that he violated terms 1, 3, and 5. I am appointing a lawyer for him, giving him a court date of Tuesday, June 30th, 8:30 in the morning for both cases in the downtown probation court. That'll be a revocation arraignment, a possible disposition hearing. And I'm intending to set bail in each of his 2 cases in the amount of $1,000 secured with written release conditions I'll go over with him. Mr. Victor Flores is here, born 12/31/87. He's on a new case. He got arrested for aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer or first responder. That's a class 4 felony. Resisting arrest, class 6 felony, and 2 allegations of criminal damages, class 1 misdemeanors. There is probable cause for all of those offenses, and I am going to appoint a lawyer for him. I'm planning to give him court dates of June 29th, which is Monday at 8:30 in the morning for a status conference in the downtown Superior Court, and a preliminary hearing July 2nd at 8:30 in the same court. And based on what's been alleged against him, his criminal history, and the recommendation of the state, I am inclined to set bail in the amount of $25,000 secured in his case with written release conditions I will go over with him, which include not going to the scene of the alleged crimes and no contact with any alleged victim, witness, or arresting officer, no weapons, no drugs, not a valid prescription, and if he has a case manager, to contact that person within 24 hours of release. All right, if anything changes after I see either of these defendants in-house for these initial appearances, my final order will reflect the court's ultimate decision in these cases. It's not my intention to go back on the recording for those. All right, we are going to stand in recess until 2 p.m. this afternoon.